Hi all, Andrew Coates, owner and co-founder of Salt Studios here. So today I want to talk a little bit about perfecting your corporate portraits. So talking today about your corporate portrait. So they're very often the first impression that someone gets of you as a business person, but then also flowing on to your business image. So when you're booking your corporate portraits, we'll speak with you about where you're wanting to use them, how you're wanting to use them, and then we'll can recommend what's going to be the best option for you to use. So probably the most common ones we do is our studio corporate portraits. So they are very plain simple. There's a white background or a grey background, or if you need corporate colours put into a background, we can retouch it to match your exact colour of your inner logo, something like that. As I said, very sort of plain background, which does make them easy for you to etch out. So you often see on your real estate signboards, the agent is cut out and they'll be photoshopped onto a photo of the property, something like that. That plain background makes it very easy to retouch that background out, so you can then be superimposed onto another image. The other positive of the studio shots is it's very easy to replicate. So in 6 months' time, when you have some new staff members starting, you can send them down to the studio and we can replicate those shots we did for you, and that way it has a cohesive look across your website. You haven't got sort of a photo taken outside, inside, at a trade event, at a family barbecue, all that sort of stuff. You've got a cohesive look across those portraits for your staff members. Second is your location portrait. So generally these sort of locations will use a fairly non-identifiable background. So whether it's greenery in a park, or whether it's a back laneway with some old brickwork, some of the street art we have around in town, a general office or a boardroom, something like that. These are good to use. They have a bit of a warmer feel to them. The studio shots are great because they're easy to replicate and easy to etch out of the background, but there's not a lot of room for sort of showing personality or anything in them. So using those location portraits, we can find a location that suits with your business, and then also you do have that replicatable option as well. So if we've done 5 staff photos in front of some greenery, we can then in 6 months' time find some similar looking backdrop, and then across a website or something, when you've got an About Us page or your staff members, there has a cohesion about it. They're not sort of all different options, different looking photos. And there's a plethora of options around Toowoomba to be able to use those different backgrounds. So third option is to take your corporate portraits at a location that is relevant to your business. So whether that's in front of your premises, whether it's in front of a sign, whether it's in front of something like a pull-up banner with a logo on it. And again, it's sort of in that one photo of yourself, you've got some identifiable branding in that. So it does sort of cover 2 birds with 1 stone if you're only able to use a very quick photo for if you're presenting at a conference, something like that, it flashes up the photo, can have your logo in it there. So all these images you're able to use across your website mainly have that cohesive look across all the staff members of your business, but also on your personal stuff like more your LinkedIn and your social channels. Again, having that professional looking corporate portrait creates that right first impression when people see you. And even on I was just speaking with a lady before, on your email signatures. So having the photo on your email signature often means when you're communicating with someone, you know what they look like, and it just makes the communication a bit warmer and a bit easier to speak with someone if you know what they look like. So corporate portraits, always happy to answer any questions that you have. My email, andrew@saltstudios.net.au, website saltstudios.net.au, always happy to help with any questions that you have.